Hello friends, and welcome to today's daily devotion. I'm reading to you from Romans, the 15th chapter, reading verses 12 through 14. Hear now these words. Again, Isaiah says, "The root of Jesse shall come, the one who rises to rule the Gentiles. In him the Gentiles shall hope." May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace in believing, so that you may abound in the hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. I myself feel confident about you, my brothers and sisters, that you yourselves are full of goodness, filled with all knowledge, and able to instruct one another. What do you think this passage has to do with that cliche, everything happens for a reason? Well, I think it's interesting because here Paul is describing why something happened, and that is that the root of Jesse shall come, the one who rises to rule the Gentiles. In him the Gentiles shall hope. In other words, Paul is saying that Old Testament prophecy, which was fulfilled in the person of Jesus Christ, was God acting on purpose to give you and me hope. And this hope doesn't disappoint us. This hope instead fills us with joy and peace in believing. What I think this means is that God always does things for God's purposes. But we are stretching it if we take that to mean that everything that happens is because God made it happen. I don't think God directs life in such a minute detail. What I do believe is that God sets in motion all the possibilities of what may happen. And when God chooses to act, God does it on purpose. But God gives us free will. You see, we don't have to believe in the root of Jesse. We don't have to accept the hope that God gives us through Jesus Christ. God gives us free will, and that means that we make the reason for why we do what we do. So as you think about yourself, do you have a reason for everything you do? I don't. Sometimes I just do things without thinking and then sometimes regret the results. So let's work on living into God's purposes so that we can live into God's actions that God has done for a reason. That's where we find hope. That's why Paul says he's confident that they are full of goodness, filled with knowledge, and able to instruct one another. I hope today I've helped to instruct you and that you now have hope. I'll see you tomorrow for another daily devotion.